Hi, it's me, Ro, and here is your September 2018 energy alert. Things are about to change. We're about to enter the season of the fall, the direction of the west, the time of the year where the archetype is the warrior, and where the animal totem is the jaguar. It's the time of the setting sun, and in the cycle of life, it is our golden years, or represents our golden years. It's where we speak and live and own our truth. It's where we come to our truth and where we honor ourselves, and it is where we also separate the wheat from the chaff, meaning we find what's important to us and we let go of the rest. Where we look at what no longer serves us in the West and what we've outgrown. We also reap or keep the bounty of whatever good work that or good efforts that we have done. It all comes to roost in the fall time. We reap the effects and the outcomes of our choices as well. Some of those are good, some of those maybe not so good. This is where we own all of it though, the fall time, especially in October and November. And they are especially a preview of what we are going to live in next year in 2019. So pay attention to whatever shows up at this time. It's very telling of what 2019 will be like. During September 2018, we will be working with the energy of cooperation and harmony. It should be a very fluid month for most of us. It should be where our thoughts and our plans and our inspirations and even our dreams that we had in August begin to take some form through actions. If there is a fluidity and a harmony, you can best believe that this is the universe's way of saying we are in full support of your destiny-driven plan, that we're giving you green lights for this and go right through. If there are blocks or obstacles or complete shutdowns or even out and out no, this is the universe's way of saying very loud and very clear, you're going in the wrong direction. This is not a soul-driven plan. This may be more like a limited thinking plan or an ego-driven plan. But whatever it is, it's not the way you're supposed to go. This is protection. Pay attention and act appropriately and accordingly. For some, things will just go so smooth, it's going to feel like you have an angelic motorcade escorting you into your new life or your new plans. Everything will just go so easily, it will feel effortless. So really good for you if that's happening. Oh, and the retrograde season of the summer and the eclipse season of the summer is now coming to an end. So that time allowed us to reevaluate and take stock of our lives, even if it was a little topsy-turvy. So we might have had to let some things go, or maybe some things transform from one form to the other, or maybe something just abruptly came to an end, or maybe things resolved themselves. Maybe all of a sudden there was a resolution. It was a time for us to contemplate change and what exactly do we want and what exactly is our soul trying to create next for us. And of course it'd be trying to create that which brings us more ease and joy. There was a lot of back and forth, and I definitely know my little ego, lower mind, had a lot to say. I don't know about yours, but I know mine did. We were triggered, maybe to clear up some issues so that we won't carry them over or take them into this new beginning. Maybe some of the issues that we have are not even ours, they're ancestral, or we've taken them on, or we brought them in from another lifetime. Whatever it was, it all came up. The transformations could have been very unforgiving at these times, I have to say. Kind of like the wildfires in the West, relentless. scorching everything, burning everything, clearing everything. This is Mother Nature's way of resetting things, clearing out and then starting something new, or so something new can be born or emerge. And this is kind of the process that we also have within us sometimes, is that sometimes the wildfires come and just clear stuff out or transform it into something new. Your attitude should be that this is for the best. There's a reason. So if this happened to you on a personal level, no, it was a reset or a new start, if you will, that's going to lead to bigger and better things. There's also been a mass evolution of consciousness this past few months. I think I talked about that last month. Even if it doesn't look like it, it has. Even if somebody's moved just a little bit, they have. For some it's going to be very dramatic and apparent, a shift in their consciousness. For others, maybe more subtle. Noticeable maybe over time, but maybe subtle right now. It all leads to clarity and empowerment. And that is what we experience beginning in September 2018. That clarity and that purpose. And it's going to last through November. So September 2018, it's going to bring in maybe new friendships. It's going to bring in new alliances, new partnerships, maybe even new romances for some. We may meet just the right builder to build our dream home, or find the right therapist to help us process or deal with some of our old stuff. Or maybe we get a new boss or coworker or roommate who just adds more to our life and us to theirs as well. It's always going both ways with these kind of partnerships. It's not one-sided. It's a powerful month to acknowledge and hear and trust and act on your intuition. Doing this is extremely powerful, and it grounds you right to the center, and it grounds you right to your soul. Remember, your intuitive voice or your intuition is the voice of your higher mind. It's your soul spirit self. It's your inner wisdom. It is the ability to understand something without need for conscious reasoning or proof. It is a feeling, often more than words. It is instinctive. It is gut level. It's our sixth sense. It is the ability to acquire knowledge. This is the technical term. The ability to acquire knowledge without proof, evidence, or validation or conscious reasoning. And it's always true. And we all have intuition. Everyone. Some people have theirs stronger than others, I will give you that, but we all have intuition. And even when we know or feel or even hear our intuitive voice, that doesn't always mean we act on it or listen to it. Herein lies the problem. This month, though, September 2018, we will have many opportunities to listen to our intuition, follow our intuitive voice, and it will be much more apparent or obvious to us. Intuition is very different than psychic senses. People often confuse the two. So our psychic senses or abilities are just senses of us that collect and report data and information. They are our senses beyond our five physical senses. They're like our unseen hearing, seeing, feeling. Intuition allows us to knowledgeably know what that data means. Our limited mind will think it's one thing, but our intuition will know. So if you'd like to learn more about intuition or your psychic senses, or if you want to develop these, really ground to that intuition and really understand your psychic senses and how they work, I'm going to be running an online class called Understanding and Developing Your Psychic, Intuitive, Empathic, Spiritual, Mediumistic, and Healing Nature and Abilities. And I'm going to be running that class from January 2019 to May 2019. It's 10 sessions. It's going to be online. You just get an email and click a link and you'd be on it. And I'm going to send more about that in the next couple of weeks or by the end of the month on how you can join in on that or register. It is an experiential class where we will practice our psychic abilities and tune into our intuition. One more thing before I finish this alert. This is important. Our mind spends an incredible amount of time on 3 core issues. They run from the subconscious. They infiltrate and taint our conscious mind. Some of them are our own creations, some we've brought in from another lifetime, some we've inherited through our ancestral lines. These are egoic, lower mind thinking, pain body created thoughts, and they often feel very justifiable, and they keep proving themselves by creating things in our life that we don't want. They are insidious and they take up a lot of our brain space. The good news is that we can clear them. And clearing them will open the space in our mind for the energy of peace, grace, love, and joy to take up our mind space, our space in our heart and in our body. And this can make our mind so incredibly powerful that telekinesis, the ability to move objects with our mind, could even be possible. How do you like that? These core issues are rejection, which affects the kidneys, resentment, which affects the liver, and regret, the 3 R's, which affects the lungs. Now, even if you think you don't have them, okay, we sometimes do subconsciously, and they affect the body in a huge way. In fact, one of the ways to tell which one is predominant is to see which organs are in trouble or what organs are giving you trouble. When you find yourself dwelling or engaging in a low-level thought like these, you know, I regret something, I'm worried about being rejected, I resent this. When you notice your talk conveying these beliefs, when you notice you are unhappy or depressed, best believe one of these little 3 are bringing that around. When your physical or mental energy is low, best believe you're losing energy to one of these thoughts. Check in and see which program has hijacked your computer here. It will be regret, resentment, or rejection. Cancel and delete immediately. Replace that and download the energy of grace and peace into your being to fill in and replace that stupid program. Your intuitive self will remind you of this. Trust me, it heard me. And it will bring your awareness into play when you are consciously or unconsciously engaging one of the 3 R's. And I have also called in my angels of awareness to assist all of us so that we may get intervention when we're not paying attention. I can't wait to see the level of empowerment that this will bring to each one of us. And when this clearing is complete, trust me, it's going to be huge, life-changing, monumental. So listen, if you need me to assist or bear witness or facilitate or even hold that space for you, then you would go to my website and www.rosemarierubinetti-capiello.com to the readings and services page and book an energy balancing or energy clearing and tell me you want help on clearing out these 3 R's. We'll get it done, I promise. So it's me, Ro, the author of Speaking from Spirit, signing off until next month.